Darlings, hello. Should a wife stay with a husband after he's cheated? After he's been unfaithful? Should she? That's the question. Because, especially in the church, forgiveness is equated to a wife staying with her cheating husband. Should she stay with him? That's the story, my darlings, today. That's the question. From my book, The Naked Wife or The Uncovered Wife. And let me be clear, naked doesn't necessarily mean physically naked, but she is naked or uncovered in the sense that her husband is not covering her with his profession of love, his provision, and his protection. And that is our story time today. Should she stay with him? That's our story today, ladies and gentlemen. And if you have the book, The Naked Wife, page 70, it reads the title, What? Where did the idea come from that wives should suck it up and stay with a cheating husband? He goes out and commits adultery, but I decide to leave and I'm being blamed for breaking up the family? I'm the one destroying the family because I know what I'm worth, that I'm worth more than that man can keep his dingling in his pants. I know I don't deserve to be treated like this. Why should I sit and take it? Then people tell you to stay so you can keep your family together. Family? Why is the burden on me to keep my family together when he is the one that didn't care about the family and cheated? Hmm. Oh, give him time to get it right, some have said. More time? You mean my time? I need to sit for God knows how long and wait for him to decide to be faithful to his wife and family. And what do I do when it has been 20 years and he still needs more time to get his stuff together? I think 20 years is more than enough time, don't you? I have already wasted 20 years. He will not get another. Enough is enough. And do you know what the messed up thing is? If a wife cheats on her husband, he can't take it. He will pack up and leave her in a second without trying to save the marriage. She is looked down on, called all kinds of names, and shunned for cheating on her husband. But when it's the husband, the wife is often told, oh, work it out. Men will be men. Yes, darling. 20 years she gave her husband. And she's decided that after 20 years is more than enough. What do you think? Hello, Wendy's TV. Hello, my darling. Hello, Hustle the Trucker. How are you? I sent you a message today. Welcome, 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 everyone. We're doing story time from my book, The Naked Wife. Thumbs up would be appreciated as you enter the room. Hello, Big Daddy Trucker. Hi, blessings to everyone. Welcome, everyone. We're doing story time from my book, The Naked Wife, but we all know what we do. We skip next door and say hello to our neighbors. Well, I'm interested in that book now. Thank you, Life with Riley's. I'll make sure I post the link, but it's available on Amazon. Thank you. The Naked Wife is my latest book, and I've been doing my devotionals from my book I wrote for my daughter, In Christ I Am, so you guys could see those devotions. Christina, hi, and welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Now let's read the next one. This one has me falling out on the floor. I have to turn sideways. Entitled Just Following My Head. Yes, darling. My husband and I went to our pastor and first lady for counseling because I caught him cheating. Our meeting went a little like this. Pastor, why are you guys here? Husband, well, Pastor, I messed up and she went to file for divorce. Pastor, wait 1 second. Did you file for divorce? First lady, what do you what you mean you messed up? Husband, well, I kind of cheated. Wife, he cheated. Pastor, he cheated and you filed for divorce? Wife, yes, sir. Pastor, well, why is it that your first action was to file for divorce? Why didn't you come and see us first? Wife, excuse me? Yes, I went to file for divorce. Pastor, Sister Sophia, the first action after your husband messes up is not to see your lawyer. The first step should be prayer, grace, and counseling. You going to file for divorce says you were not committed to the marriage and you never loved your husband. The towel, first lady. Amen. That was selfish of you. Wife, excuse me. Let me see if I heard you both correctly. My husband cheated, broke our wedding vows, but I'm the one that's selfish, not committed, and I'm being chastised. Are y'all serious? I didn't cheat. I was faithful this whole time. Why didn't he come and see you before he got involved with this woman? Why didn't my husband pray and have grace? Why didn't he tell that woman that he was committed to his marriage and he loves his wife and family? Whoa, Lord Jesus, I need some tea, honey. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get the comments in a minute. Pastor, no, wait a minute. We are not chastising you. All we are saying is that you have to fight for your marriage, First Lady. Right. Why? Why didn't he fight for his marriage? Everything you are telling me, you need to look at him and tell him, I am not at fault here. I was faithful this whole time. When he laid down with her, it tells me that he doesn't love me, doesn't care, doesn't want the marriage. He wasn't committed, and the marriage was over. Ooh, Lord. First Lady. Baby, men cheat for different reasons. This is what First Lady said to her. Yes, exactly. And because he cheated doesn't mean he doesn't love you, isn't committed, and doesn't want the marriage. Husband, right, sir. I love my wife. So because men cheated for different reasons, what does that mean? Does that mean I need to stay with him and accept his behavior because men cheat for various reasons? I don't care why men cheat. When we stood at that altar, understandable. When we stood at that altar, that was a sign of commitment to me and me alone. If he wasn't able to keep that commitment, he should not have asked me to marry him. Pastor, sister, yes, but people make mistakes. And just like God gave you another chance, you need to give this brother another chance. Why? Another chance. Husband, yes, baby. I didn't mean to cheat. You know, I love you and I don't want you to leave me. Why? Sorry. You won't get another chance to cheat on me. No, you didn't love me. And you should have thought about the consequences before you cheated. You were texting, talking on the phone, going out for dinner, etc. And you didn't think about me then. You didn't think I love my wife and I shouldn't be doing this. Husband, baby, I love you. Pastor, sister, your husband love you. First lady, yes, he does. Wife, really? Husband, yes, baby. Why? That's funny because love should have made you not cheat. Love should have made you take a sip right there, right there, right there, right there. She said, love should have let you keep it in your pants. I deserve better. You don't deserve me. Love is what love does. Yes, Lord. She goes on to say, the wife, I'm the victim here, but I'm being chastised. Are y'all serious? And he didn't confess to me. He didn't come to me and say, baby, I messed up. I found used condoms in his trucks. And when I confronted him, he denied it and blamed it on one of his boys. Mm. When he felt like cheating, why didn't he come to you guys and say, Pastor, help me? I'm being tempted to cheat. Why didn't he come to me and tell me? Why didn't he beg me to help him then? And now that he got caught, he wants to run to you and beg me to stay. Oh no. Once a cheater, he will always be a cheater. And since you like to cheat for different reasons, you should be glad that I'm giving you your walking papers so you can be free to have as many women as you like. First Lady clutches her pearl with eyes wide open. First Lady said, Pastor, Sister Sophia, no, 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 wait 1 minute. Let's put things in perspective. Wife gets up and walks out, then turns around. Oh Lord, my computer is dying. Weird. That little boy. Where you My baby had my computer. Let me plug the computer in. Oh, it was like 75% charged. Messing up my moment. She passes his wife, gets up, walk out, then turns around. Pay me my child support and sign the papers when you get them. Husband hangs head and begins to tear up. Wife walks out and slams the door. Something is seriously wrong with that guilt trip. He goes out and cheats several times, but I am being blamed. That is not right at all. Leaving him was the best thing I have done. About 2 years later, God blessed me with a wonderful husband. We're very open and honest with each other. And 10 years later, I'm the happiest woman on earth. Of course, this is not my story. This is from the book, The Naked Wife. Yes, beloved. So the question, should she stay? Let's go to the comments. Um, Life with Riley. I'll post the link. Big Daddy Trucker. Hello, Christina. Hi. Big Daddy, you're the best. Thank you. Hey, everyone. Hi, Jen. Hi, Silas. Welcome, welcome. Christina says, this husband, oh my God, like, oh my God, this book is my life. Ooh, Riley, you need that book, girl. Run over to Amazon and pick it up. Working on my website. Just had to change something. Yes. Mm, yes. Let me read another one before I take my nap. Let's see. Mm. Competition. Competition. Guys, remember to share as you listen in. And remember, if you have not joined my family, please be sure to do a thumbs up as you come into live would be appreciated. Thank you. Competition. My husband asked me to marry him. Now I need to compete with other women for him? Ooh, that doesn't make sense to me. He can go ahead and do what he wants to do, and I will do what I need to do for our children and me. He told me one day maybe if I did what all those other women did, then he wouldn't have to go out there and do what he does. Excuse me. Ladies, when I got married, I was a fool in love. I did everything to keep my husband happy. I remember one year for our anniversary, I spread red roses from the door to the couch and all the way up to our bedroom. In the living room, I had a glass of red wine, his favorite meal, and I was on bended knees taking care of him. I would swing on the chandeliers just to make him happy and satisfied. But the more I did, the more he dirt outside. When I met him, he had nothing. He was working for another mechanic fixing cars. He was living in his aunt's basement where he didn't even have heat. He asked me out and we started talking. 2 years later, we were married because I thought this man was working and had some potential. Mhm. I helped him to work on his credit, and even then, he couldn't get a business loan. I took one out on my credit and helped him start his own mechanic shop. When he didn't have any money coming in and the business was slow, when he started, I paid all the bills and helped, because when the women come over to get their car fixed, instead of letting them pay, he has him them doing him favors. He allow have mercy. Thumbs up. Come in the room. Thumbs up. Yes, darling. Should the celibate wife. Ah, let's read the celibate wife. Do you know any celibate wives? Hmm. Do you know any celibate? Thumbs up as your room would be appreciated, please. Thank you. Last one. The celibate wife. And I have to take my nap. The first thing church folks want to tell you when you are having issues in the bedroom is that sex doesn't matter, or that there is more to marriage than sex. But when God created Adam and Eve, he told them to be fruitful and multiply. Mhm. Let's add a little bit more tea in my teacup. Uh-huh. God said, be fruitful and multiply. But the church folks want to tell you sex isn't everything. There's more to marriage than sex. Mhm. Adam and Eve were only able to become one when they had sex. Sex was representative of a marriage in the Bible. So, how does church tell us that it doesn't matter? Many couples have sex before they get married, both in and out, with multiple children, but they want to tell married folks that sex doesn't matter. Mhm. I was celibate for a long time, a very, very long time. Finally got married. You come in the room, please. He tells me that his dingling at all. Ooh, child. I need the big cup. I need the big cup. Woo. He said it don't work at all. She said, I was shocked. I told him. He said, no, that it doesn't work, period. Mm. When I asked him why he didn't tell me that before, guess he said sex doesn't matter. If a couple loves each other, mm. The next day I decided to bring it up, and he acted as if he didn't care at all. He then said that he wanted to become an elder in the church, and in his church, you have to be married. Ooh, bait and switch. I was so embarrassed that I couldn't believe my ears or have the decency to tell our pastor. After about a month, I got the courage to go and talk to Pastor. And guess what Pastor said? Oh, Sister Naomi, Sex is overrated. Sex doesn't matter, and there's more to marriage than. In fact, I was in a prison of shame, embarrassment, and celibacy. To my fault, I stayed in the marriage and even adopted three kids with this fraud. 5 years later, I couldn't do it anymore. I was tired of being a celibate wife. For 5 years of my marriage, my husband and I have never had sex. Full custody, alimony, child support, and the house. The judge was so disgusted with him that he said he had to pay me alimony for 10 years. After that, I called my ex boyfriend, who I love, but he wasn't spiritual enough. So I had passed him up for this fraud. For those 5 years, I thought that maybe that that was God punishing me. Honestly, I didn't care at that point. I felt anger, disgust, and resentment towards God. And the last thing I was going to do was hold out for another husband or be celibate. I tried it, everything right. And what did I get? A non working dingling minister for a husband. Once I reconnected with my ex, we went away for a whole week, and the rest is her story. I'm still not back in the church as much as I should over this entire situation. Even to this day, almost 3 years later, I felt betrayed by God. Mm, mm. I need the big, woo, the naked wife. Let's see. Hey, Brina. Hello, 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 hello. Girl, I'm getting ready to get up, get my nap. King, hello, hello, hello. Hello, Jennifer. It's not evening here in the United States. Jennifer, where are you from? I'm in the East Coast in New Jersey, and it's 5:19 here. Where are you from? Are you guys enjoying the Naked Wife? Thumbs up as you come in the room. I'm just going to read one little bit more story. Husband Eve. Oh, those should be. Jennifer says, I'm from Philippines. Oh, you're from the Philippines. Welcome, welcome. So it's morning there. So how many hours behind are you? It's now Saturday afternoon, and it's 5:20 p.m. here on the East Coast. Okay, I'll read in the meantime. My husband is, listen, my single dating sisters, my single sisters that are dating marriage. My husband is. My husband is a teen. My husband is a toddler and a teen, all wrapped up in one. A man who I need to tell to brush his teeth, take a bath, change his dirty, funky clothes. He's been all week is makes to be married. Woo, at least not to me. But this is who I am married to. I don't know if his mama didn't teach him, but I am so disgusted. And then he wants to cuddle up to me with his funky body and clothes. Yuck. I went to talk to Pastor who said I could work through that. How do you work through a 46-year-old man not keeping up his hygiene? I have been trying. How do I respect that looking up to him? I just see disgust when I look at him. Mm, teach, y'all, teach. On my days off, I am so tired because I spend my time picking up after him. This last time when he left his drawers on the floor, I put them in the garbage. Every time he left them on the floor, instead of putting them in the basket that is right at his feet. When he asked where his drawers were, What he didn't have any clean ones, I asked him if he had put them in the hamper. He said, nope, I left them on the floor. I told him that anything on the floor is garbage. And he ain't got no clean drawer. I told him that I wasn't his maid. So you're old for this foolishness. So, single ladies, make sure he's a grown man. If you marry a teen, he will be a teen. Okay. And okay. But he wanted his wife to clean up after him like she was his mama. 5:20 a.m. So you're 12 hours ahead of us, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. Wow. Sleeping. I hear Big Michael running into the bathroom. One last story, and then I'm gonna go take my beauty nap and get in bed with my two mice. Okay. Talk. I have a 4 year old. I know exactly what that means. That's my husband. When he does get his way, those things fall out, pushing over couches, chairs, practically crying and talking in a baby voice. Ooh, folding his hands and pouting. I am so afraid that he will have a tantrum when we are out somewhere that I have stopped going anywhere with him. My husband is a toddler. Yes, he had I asked her. And she said, yes, he had little habits while we were dating, but we would talk through it. Mm. Plus, we didn't live together before we got married. And you know, saying you don't know a person until you live with them. I am not advocating for shacking up, but something needs to be done so we can know. He refuses to go to counseling and blames me for causing him to act like that. I knew it was over when we argued and he turned into the Hulk, flipping the couch over and walked out. Our son, who was cowering. A few days later, my toddler, who was 18 months, was having a tantrum and he flipped over his little table. That was when I realized he was a bad example to our son, and I could not allow that to happen. My husband is spoiled, rotten, and I do not need that in my life. I want an adult man as a husband, not a little toddler. The naked wife. It's available on Amazon. Pick it up. And that's going to be our story time for today, my beloved. Yes. Hopefully, you guys enjoy my story time. I'm going to go take a nap, but husbands, beware. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Remember, thumbs up as you come in the room. And I'm going to close my blinds in the meantime so I can go take my nap once you guys are finished talking to me. Okay? What do you guys think about the naked wife and those husbands? Hmm? 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 And remember, my beloveds, if you have not, excuse me, liked my page, if you have not joined my family, sit at my table to have tea, please be sure to do so. Okay? I have so many messages to respond. If I have not gotten to you yet, I will. I'll probably get back to you tonight. Just been a busy last few days. But I definitely will respond because I so appreciate your love and your support. And thank you for helping me to make it happen. Another story? Another story it is. Let's read one more. Okay, another story it is. Okay. All right. Um, let's read the introduction. There's some good information in here. Over. Anyway, anyway, I'll make sure I can see who's coming in. Brina. Yes, another story, Brina. Yes. I will, dear. I appreciate you guys. And then I still have to come back later tonight for the last seven last sayings. Brina, I was supposed to do it last night, but the baby would not let me get out of the bed, so I didn't do it last night. So I'm gonna try to get it done tonight. Okay. The introduction. Many women have asked me to write something who want to get married, and for wives who are going through a tough time in their marriages. But honestly, I had nothing at that time because I was still single. Therefore, I wasn't able to share anything from a personal standpoint. The more I wrote on other subjects, the more the requests came in to write women and wives. But the Lord had not given me a revelation on that topic. You see, I have been writing for over 20 years, and unless the Lord gives me something specific, I just can't write a subject. Nevertheless, I gave my word that I would continually ask the Lord about what to write. Over time, when I interacted with various women via different venues, which included events from my other books, praying for our children, in Christ I am, moments of gratitude, those are names of my books, I was heartbroken. The number of wives that were going through a tough time in their marriages. Was also puzzled by the number of wives who were still dealing with situations that their relationships had struggled while courting and engaged. My single dating sisters, the issues you deal with while you're dating, while you're engaged, those are the issues you're going to be dealing with when you're married. If you're having money problems, you're going to have money problems when you're married. If he's abusive while you're dating and engaged, married. If he's cheating while you're dating and engaged, He's going to cheat when you're married and when you're married. So a lot of the women in my book, I interviewed over 200 wives. A lot of them are in courting. Okay. Additionally, I was shocked that a lot of the issues that wives were experiencing were issues that were fixable. These were things that were fixable. However, infidelities of their husband, abuse, financial burden, foreclosure, sexual abuse of their children, abandonment, and ill treatment caused me to pause. There were even Christian wives who were divorced and their husbands were married to other women. But they believed God would guide their husbands to divorce their new wives and come so that their husbands can come back to them. I always remember the advice I received in premarital counseling. Our counselor said both of you need to be committed to the marriage for it to work. I understand. I understood that, meaning there is a cause and effect. To have a fulfilling marriage, we both can benefit. It will take both of us working together to make the marriage work. Additionally, I understood the counselor's statement to mean that both of us needed to be committed and submit to God first and then to each other. Both of us had to be given of ourselves, sacrificing, readjusting, realigning, and listening to each other. Both needed to be faithful, thoughtful, caring, and given for our marriage to work. That's the advice I got at marriage counseling. However, the flip side to that is if we both do not work towards the marriage, it will not work. And that is why it is essential for all women to make sure that the men you are preparing to marry are willing to make the marriage work. That there will be some adjustments and changes that need to occur to make room in your lives for each other. Single ladies, it is crucial that you're not unequally yoked with the men you are planning to marry. If you get yoked up with the wrong man, you will end up carrying most, if not all, of the responsibilities of the marriage. Additionally, you will eventually yoke is uneven and your marriage is lopsided. It is necessary for every woman planning to marry your potential husband that you pay attention to the red flags. Red flags are like warning signs. If you do not take heed, then you might, God forbid, end up having an accident, and only God knows what the result will be. So I know you love him, ladies, but he hasn't worked in 10 years. Question: why are you planning to marry him? Do you understand that God created willing to take care of and provide for him for the rest of his life? Or has he told you that once you get married, he is going to get a job? Perhaps you think that once you are married, you can influence him to get a job. A lot of women make that mistake. Why marry him when he's not working and expect him to change when you get married? Girl, that's a red flag. If you are a naked wife, I pray that you will see yourself thoroughly in this book. I encourage you to use this opportunity, reinvent yourself, and realize that you're worth more than you understand. And if you allow the Lord, He will take you to higher heights and deeper depths of His love. I pray that all women read The Naked Wife, and you will be blessed with the answers and wisdom that you seek. May the Lord guide you in the decision that you make. And I'm going to read one more for Brina, and then I'm going to run to bed, take a nap, because I got to get up tonight, do 7 live sayings. All right, let's read The Negotiator. My husband is a negotiator. Let's pour a little bit here. My husband is a negotiator. My husband is thing from helping around the house, sex, how much he will put towards monthly expenses, put towards helping with the kids, putting gas in the car, everything. After 17 years, I got tired of it. It was as if I had four kids instead of three. He has always been a negotiator. And at first it was cute when we were in college, but at 37, I just got tired of it. Breaking point was when I needed to go back to school for about 6 months to get a certificate so that I could move up in my job. I needed him to pick up the kids from school and do homework. I always had dinner prepared, so all he needed to do was warm it up. He told me no because when he wanted to go to his homecoming with his boys, I wouldn't help him buy the ticket and the hotel. Lord Jesus, I need tea. I need tea. Take care of his kids because when he wanted to go to homecoming with his boys, his wife wouldn't help him to pay for his ticket and the hotel room. Is that what y'all heard? Mm, mm, mm. Okay. Mouth practically hit the floor in disbelief. I couldn't believe it. So let me get this straight. I said to him, don't make enough money to take care of the household expenses. Look, I cannot say this enough. The husband you choose will determine the rest of your life. My daddy told me the least a husband can do is to put a roof over his wife's head and food on her table. The least he can do is to provide for her basic needs. So choose wisely. Choose a prepared husband. Choose a 50-50 man. Choose a fixer upper. Choose a builder male. Choose a homosexual. But whatever you choose. Don't choose a 50-50 man and then expect him to be a 100% man. Okay. Excuse me. Allergy season. Girl, that couldn't be my husband. Girl, ooh, Nicole and Chris. Nicole said she left her husband after he cheated. But a little bit more money because he's not even making enough to pay for the household expenses. She asked him to pick up the kids, do their homework, and make dinner. And he said no because she didn't help him to buy his plane ticket and pay for his hotel room when he wanted to go to his homecoming with his boys. I told y'all about the guy I dropped. I probably didn't tell you guys here, but I told you on Facebook when he said he wouldn't help with the babies. I said because if the baby pee or poop, when I come home, the baby would sit in the pee or the poop because you think changing the baby is have practically hit the floor in disbelief. I couldn't believe it. Let me see. First, you don't make enough money to take care of the household expenses. You need to at least be able to pay the rent or the mortgage, ladies. Single. I'm talking to single dating ladies now. I'm not talking to married women. If you're married, it is what it is. You're gonna have to go to the counselor without your help. Because when you go to have the baby, you cannot be like my coworker who had to rush back to work after 2 weeks. Now, ladies, I think it's all ladies on here. And if we've had children, you know, after 2 weeks of having a baby, you need to be home. Okay. She said, I have been pretty much carrying this family myself for years for the kids, and you are mad because the mortgage, listen, she said he is mad because paying the mortgage is more important to you than you hanging out with your boys for the mortgage. But he was so mad about it that she didn't help him and make more money, and you won't help with your children. Everything is on me. I haven't been able to make any deposit. Shoes. Throw your shoes. He said, listen what he said. When all those kids you did, that would have been out of start packing. Right then and there, I broke down. Can you believe it? Nicole said that play with no man. Can y'all believe that? The negotiator. They're ooh, I forgot to put this in my new book. Oh, I could put it in part 2. The negotiator. Ooh. I have a new book coming out, guys. How to gather data on the guys you meet. So with this didn't start when they got married, and she said it. She said he was like that while they were in college, but she thought it was cute. She thought it was cute. She got married, and who did she marry? The negotiator. My project. This is the last one this time. This time, Brina. This is the last one, Brina. I'm supposed to be sending you this book in the mail. My project. How many women do you know marry projects? How many do you know marry fixer upper, build a bar, and build a males? How many you know? How many? Brina, you know I did not come out this house today, girl. I need I need to take a few her books. Whoop. Brina said she know a lot of women who marry projects. My project. I feel as if my husband is my project. A building that I am building and fixing up that never gets completed. A builder man that never gets to mature to a mature place. I married him a year after he got out of jail with a felony conviction. Oh, plan your life out. Think things through. Okay? Think it. Look at the end. It's a lot of men who come out of jail with a felony and do okay. But there's a whole lot of them that can't get a job. Okay. So he might tickle your fancy. And he might have been telling you some sweet lies all those years he was in jail, honey. But when he come out, you're gonna have to take care of him, put roof over his head, food on his table, money in his pocket, shoes on his feet, and clothes on his back. And that's only gonna be cute for about a month. I'll give you 3 months. But after that, that innate thing God has put in women to be provided for, protected, and perfect. So think it through. Look at the end. Remember, the man you choose determines the rest of your life. My husband determines the rest of my life. Am I going to have a life of peace, of comfort, of worrying, of stress, of abuse? The man you marry will determine the rest of your life. Let's read on and see what else she said. She said she married him a year after she came out of jail with a felony conviction. My project had started coming to church and he was a nice guy. Had a hard time getting and keeping a job. Ta-da! 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 He had a hard time getting a job. He had a hard time getting a job. What did you expect? You thought it was going to get better when you get married? No. 9 out of 10 times. My project had started coming to church, and he was a nice guy. Had a hard time getting and keeping the child. Ta-da! 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 Ding, 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 ding. I helped him to find work and somewhere to live. Sound like your son to me. But finally moved him in with me. Couldn't keep a job, so all the bills were on me. He couldn't have a license. How he gonna pick you up and take you out? How he gonna drive you to the hospital to have the? So I had to drive him everywhere. Sounds like his son to me. Sound like I have to drive Lexi and Lou Michael. He just always had problems. When did he start having them problems, boo boo? There was always something wrong with him. Sound like he's sick to me. Once he started to hang back in the streets, it was as if he was a teen that I had to stay on top of. Sounds like his son to me. If he was hanging out or looking for a job, sound like your son to me. It was so much with him that telling is exhausting. I'm exhausted just reading it. He sucked the living life out of me. I had nothing left. I gave him I gave him my all in all, and yet and still it wasn't enough. It will never be enough for the wrong man. Okay? All right. It will never be enough. Okay. So ladies, the man you choose, remember. So the man you choose will determine the rest of your life. If he had a hard time getting a job, keeping a job while you were single and dating, guess what? He's gonna have a hard time getting one and keeping one while you're married. If he can keep one, okay. So pay attention to the red flag. All right. All right. Beloveds, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna jump in this bed, take a nap, and I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna try to come back and do the seven. Not allow me to get out that bed. He just wants to be on me. Every time he jumps in my lap, his hands is in my shirt. I'm like, no, 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 no. You're too old. Okay, beloved. Do you know what time? Rena, I'm going it's 6 o'clock now. It's 5:54. Maybe 8 o'clock. By 8 o'clock, people should be finished having dinner with their families and stuff like. So I'm going to set my alarm right now. And hubby's home, so I'm gonna know that I need to be up six. Say 8:30. 8:30, because if I get up at 8, I gotta wake up for 6. By the time I get upstairs, um, clean my face. I cannot go. I don't know what it is, but I cannot lay down without washing my face. Clean my face. I'm gonna be up. So if I get up at 8, because it's 6 o'clock now, I have to have at least 2 hours of sleep. Maybe I get up before then. Maybe I wake up at 7:30. So 7:30. Phone is acting up. Oh, did this phone die? Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm gonna set my alarm on the other phone. Like, oh. Thank you, Doreen. I appreciate you, girl, and I gotta get that done for you. I love you very much. Thank you, guys. I love you guys for jumping on. Please remember to share. Please remember to join my tribe, and Meet me back here tonight around 8:30 for the seven last sayings. I was supposed to do it last night, but the baby wouldn't let me get out the bed, and he was just on me. I guess that's what I get for nursing him for 3.5 years. Love you. Okay, bye guys. I have to go. Bye bye.